Good evening and welcome to round 7 of the Core Premier Series. Tonight we are at Southern National Motorsports Park here this evening in the beautiful late model stock cars. And tonight will be a bit of a difference between the other sessions in the season we've had so far. Tonight is the first short track racing we are going to see here in the Premier Series. So it'll be interesting to see here who can adapt to this style of racing. Let's go over the starting grid for this evening. We have Paul Butler there setting the pole, sitting lap there with a whopping 14.66 there. And you can see he was 5/100ths of a second quicker there than second place Adam Jones tonight, and Nick Nickerson there will be in third, Patrick Shelton in fourth, Brandon Mettler in fifth, Kevin Foster in sixth, John Nobinger in seventh, Carl Handwerk starting eighth tonight, Mason Smith in ninth, Eric Andrews there in 10th, Patrick Cooney in 11th, and Jimmy Covert in 12th. Starting 13th, we have Tim Thompson in 14th, Jeremy Line Watkins in 15th, Dane Simpson. In 16th, we have Dave Lohr. In 17th, Anthony Keiswater. In 18th, Derek Sherman. 19th, John Crane. Starting 20th, we have Paul Owens. And then 21st, Christopher Hamilton. And that will do it here for the starting grid tonight. Race format tonight will be a bit different here since we are at our first short track in the series. Let's pull the race analysis up here tonight. There will basically be two feature races here tonight. So there'll be two doubleheader 80 lap features here, and they will earn points for each feature, and the one with the best average points of the two there will take home the overall victory tonight. Fuel will be set at 22%. One quick repair here this evening, and the tires, they do have unlimited tires here in these late model cars tonight. All right, we're about to get started here. The 77 there, Paul Butler going to lead us down to the restart line. And the very quick 46 there of Adam Jones on the outside. We know he knows his way around these late model stock cars here as they do take the green flag. Paul Butler off to a great jump there on that inside line. We'll see if Adam Jones here can hang with him on the outside. Coming out of turn 2 there, everybody making it through. They will go too wide here down through turns 3 and 4. That's one thing you'll notice here tonight. A lot of too wide racing here. Very hard to pass. As you can see, that outside lane is able to hang with them. It's just that inside line is difficult once you get a car pinching you down there. Oh, the 77 of Butler is going to spin. He's actually going to go down pit road. Looks like he just got loose by himself there on the exit of turn 4. So disastrous for him there, as Adam Jones is going to have a healthy 1 second lead here over second place, the number 2 car there of Nick Nickerson here tonight. And further back here, we've got a great battle. This is the battle for, that'll be for 7th there. It's the 44 of John Nobinger there is on the inside. The 9 of Eric Andrews looking to advance there around the outside. Up ahead here, we've got the 15 of Brandon Mettler trying to do work there on the 04 of Patrick Shelton. That'll be for 3rd if he can get to him. And we see Carl Handwerk there currently up into that 5th place position. He's up 3 spots since the start of the night this evening, so he is doing well here. Christopher Hamilton there in the 64. He's up 6 places since the start of the race. Oh, and we've got a car going around there. That is the 17. Oh no, he's going to come up and collect the 77 there of Paul Butler. Looks like that is Dave Lohr there. That is going to bring out the first caution here of the evening. Well, let's go back and check and see what happened there with that number 17 Cheerwine machine there of Dave Lohr. Looks like he's going to get loose there on the exit of 2 and just going to spin around, and oh, he didn't hold on to the brakes there and came right up in front of the field. That is not what we want to see here tonight. Tore up a couple race cars there, but they do get one quick repair this evening, and they will be able to use that and get a repair job to that car. It looks like he did tow back to pit road there instead of driving it around. That's why he's sitting on pit road. So not a good night there for the 77 of Paul Butler so far. Just involved in that self spin, and then again there involved in that incident. But Adam Jones here in that 46 car, he's out front, currently in the lead. Nick Nickerson there moved up into second in that number 2 machine. The 04 of Patrick Shelton there is in third, and Brandon Metler moved up into fourth. And rounding out your top 5 there is going to be Carl Handwerk in that number 18 machine. All right, the 46 there of Adam Jones is going to lead us down to the restart line here. And they are underway here as we complete lap 13 of 80 here in our first feature run. And the 04 there of Patrick Shelton, he's going to look to the inside of Nick Nickerson there. That'll be for second as they head down into turn 3 and 4 here. We'll see if he can get a great exit here out of turn 4. Very hard to get on the throttle there when you're on that bottom lane, as the car does want to push out toward the outside wall there on the straights. As you can see, Nick Nickerson there all up in the wall. That's going to allow the 04 of Patrick Shelton on by into second. Meanwhile, back here, the battle for this is for fifth. Looks like Eric Andrews there in that 9 car moved up. The 15 of Brandon Metler we just saw get into the wall there. He's now pushed back to 6th. And then further back here, we got some nice 2-wide action here. That is the 71. Oh, he's going to make contact with the 44. Looks like the 44 is going to get into the 96 there, but they do all keep going here. Somehow they did not wreck there, or wreck worse than they did, I'll say, as they are still 3 wide trying to sort this out here. So we see Paul Butler there coming around the outside. He's on brand new tires there. Currently 3 laps down, as he was involved in those 2 incidences. But he is trying to make up some time there. It's like Nick Nickerson here still on the back of the 04 there of Shelton, looking to regain that second place position here. Ooh, and we've got to move for a second there as the 2 of Nick Nickerson gets into the back of the 04 there, moves them up out of the way, and the 2 of Nick Nickerson there going to take away that second place. I'm sure the 04 there of Shelton not going to be happy about that. It's like Carl Handwerk here in that number 18 machine. He's moved up into 4th here and currently gaining on 3rd place driver there, the 04 of Shelton. As you can see, they are starting to work through lap traffic now, and we know at a short track like this one here tonight at Southern Motorsports, we will it could get interesting here, because those lap cars do typically go to the high side. Very difficult to pass here on the bottom. Out front, though, this is the Adam Jones show, as he is currently 1.2 seconds ahead of our second place driver, the number 2 of Nickerson. In third there, Patrick Shelton in that 04 has a pretty healthy gap. back to the fourth place driver, the 18 of Carl Hanwork, but he is under pressure there from the 9 of Eric Andrews. Let's ride on board Andrews as he tries to advance up into the fourth place. See, they are still working through lap traffic here. Looks like Handwork's going to pull away just a little bit there. We see Brandon Mettler here in the number 15, currently in 6th, right behind Andrews. He is actually gaining pretty quickly here as he gets right up to the rear bumper here as we just completed lap 30 out of 80 here in our first feature. Looks like Mettler going to look under the inside there of the 9 of Andrews. Is he going to be able to complete the pass? Very difficult to get around here on the bottom. As you can see, he is ahead there as they cross the line. And looks like the 15 there is going to advance up into that 5th position. Right behind him now, though, is that number 6 of Smith, Mason Smith there, looking to advance up into 5th place as he's all over the back there, the 9 of Andrews. Well, let's ride on board Mason Smith here. A great battle here. This is the battle for the 8th position there, as it looks like Christopher Hamilton there in the 64 trying to get around the 14 of Jimmy Covert. And then right behind him, the 64 there of Hamilton. Oh, sorry, that is the 54 there of Paul Owens right behind the 64 of Hamilton. As it looks like Hamilton's going to look up the inside here going through turns 3 and 4. And he is not going to be able to make it there as the 54 there of Owens going to look to the outside. Oh, we're going to see the 54 there overdrive it into the corner. Have to check up and barely not making contact there with the 34. Oh, and the 77 of Butler's going to go around. That may have been another self-spin there as he does spin down onto pit road. He will unfortunately go another lap down here. But out front, the 46 of Adam Jones is 1.9. Now 2 seconds clear of second place Nick Nickerson there. As we come around the line there and complete lap 45 out of 80 here in our first feature. And we see the car there all kinds of sideways. I think that was the 40. Or that was John Crane. Is he's actually going to make contact there with Carl Handwerk? As Carl Handwerk is currently in that 4th position. He's still trying to chase down the 04 there of Patrick Shelton, who is in 3rd. And just clear of about half a second right now. But Brandon Mettler is gaining quickly here on Carl Handwerk in these last few laps here alone, as he's now going to roll all the way up to the back bumper there of Handwerk. Oh, and we actually have some takers down pit road here. Looks like our race leader, the 46 of Adam Jones, and 2nd place Nick Nickerson are both going to head down pit road. And Carl Handwerk and Brandon Mettler are going to stay out, but that will bring out the 2nd caution of the evening. And that is bad news for these guys that just pitted, such as Nick Nickerson there. I believe Adam Jones might have made it out before he went a lap down. And yes, it does look like that is the case, but Nickerson there going to go a lap down just due to the caution coming out there as he took a green flag pit stop. Now we see the rest of the drivers here coming down pit road under yellow. Back and see if we can see what brought that 2nd caution of the evening out here. I believe it was the 04 here and the 18. Yes, it is. That is Patrick Shelton there getting tagged by Carl Handwerk. And that is what brought the 2nd caution out there. You see heavy damage there to the 04 of Shelton. Once all this shakes out, Adam Jones here will be the race leader, I believe, as yes, he is going to be. The rest of the cars there are a lap down in front of him, so they will all go around the pace car here once we get the one to go. So Adam Jones is going to retain the lead. Brandon Mettler moves up into 2nd. Carl Handwerk will be in 3rd. And I believe Nick Nickerson here, yes it is, will be in 5th. And they are away here. Looks like they will extend the caution there, as they had quite a few cars still trying to go around as they got their wave around there. So they will extend it here. All right, lights are off the pace car, so we will get resumed racing here this lap. We will have 16 to go here in this first 80 lap feature. 2 of those here tonight, but the 46 there of Adam Jones going to lead us down to the restart line. The 15 of Brandon Mettler has moved up into second place, so we'll see what he can do here on this restart. And they are away here as they head down into turn 1, too wide here. Mettler on the outside in that number 15. Can he get a good exit there out of turn 2? And looks like he's going to have to fall back there into second. Meanwhile, Carl Handwerk there still trying to find a way down into that bottom lane as he battles it out with the 54 and the 2 there of Nickerson. Oh, Nickerson going to make it 3 wide here as they bump and bang down into turns 3 and 4 there. Looks like Nickerson is going to make it away there in third. Paul Owens there in that number 54. He's going to move up into fourth. And looks like Handwerk was able to get down in that bottom lane now in fifth as he looks to make a move here on the 54. It's a great exit there out of turn 2, so now he will have the preferred line and the momentum here going down into turn 3 and 4. Looks like he gets a great exit there as well, crosses the line there. He moves up into fourth with 12 laps to go. Meanwhile, up front here, Adam Jones not running away as quickly as we have seen him in the past, as Brandon Mettler all over the back of him here. And Mettler could be making a move here as we're about ready to cross the line here with 10 to go in this round. Nick Nickerson there in the number 2 also catching up. And we may have a 3-way battle here for the first feature win here. And it looks like Mettler's going to look down to the inside underneath Adam Jones. 2 wide as they head down into turn 1 and 2. 9 laps to go here. Can Mettler get a good run there? Oh, he gets loose on the exit of 2. Was able to save it, but that will punish that right rear tire here as he now starts to lose momentum on Adam Jones on that outside lane. Gets loose again there coming out of 2. And it looks like Nickerson there thought about making it 3 wide. Looks like Mettler here may finally take away the race lead there as we see multiple drivers here having some connection issues. As they start to blink on and off the track there. And looks like something happened there to Mettler. We couldn't quite tell because of his connection issues there. But Nick Nickerson is going to move up into the race lead here with 2 to go. Adam Jones has fallen all the way back there to second, about 2 seconds back. Nickerson here going to come around and take the white flag here tonight in the first 80 lap feature. And Nickerson's going to come around and take home the feature 1 win here. Carl Handwerk's going to cross the line there in third, right behind Adam Jones. And Mettler was not able to make it around Carl Handwerk there, so he will settle for fourth. And Paul Owens there will finish it out in fifth. All right, here we'll go over real quick the rest of the the feature 1 first 80 lap feature here tonight. The results: Nick Nickerson taking home the win, Adam Jones in second, Carl Handwerk in third, Brandon Mettler in fourth, Paul Owens in fifth, Mason Smith in sixth, Jimmy Covert in seventh. In eighth, we have Christopher Hamilton. In ninth, Kevin Foster and John Nobinger there. We'll round it out there in 10th. All right, let's go over the starting grid here for the second feature. Full invert in effect here tonight. So Dave Lohr will start on pole here. Paul Butler in second, Anthony Kieswetter in third, Eric Andrews in fourth, Jeremy Line Watkins in fifth, Dane Simpson in sixth, Patrick Shelton in seventh, Tim Thompson in eighth, John Crane in ninth, Patrick Cooney in 10th, Derek Sherman in 11th, and in 12th we have John Nobinger. Starting in 13th, we have Kevin Foster. In 14th, Christopher Hamilton. 15th, Jimmy Covert. In 16th, Mason Smith. In 17th, Paul Owens. In 18th, Brandon Mettler. In 19th, Carl Handwerk. In 20th, Adam Jones. And then our feature one winner there in 21st, all the way in the back, Nick Nickerson. All right, it'll be interesting here. The 77 there, Paul Butler. He was our pole sitter there for the first feature. Very quick, just involved in a few incidences in that first feature. So we'll see what he can do here on the restart on that outside lane. We can expect him to move up front pretty quickly here. And the green flag is out here. Dave Lohr going to lead us down and cross the line as we start the second feature. Paul Butler there getting a great run out of turn 2. It looks like he's going to have him clear, and he does, for the race lead down into turns 3 and 4. Meanwhile, 2 wide on further back behind him. The 04 there of Shelton moving up very quickly here, as he's now battling it out there with the 9 of Andrews. And we do have the first caution here. And that is what brought the caution out there, as we see the 42, the 8, and the 001 there. That is Derek Sherman, Patrick Cooney, and Kevin Foster there, I believe, all involved in that incident. And that's what's going to bring out the first caution here tonight. All right, Paul Butler here going to lead us down to the restart line. And the 9 of Eric Andrews there going to be in second as they are underway. See the 04 of Shelton there run a little bit wide. Looks like he's going to stay in second. On further back though, we've got a little 3 wide action going on. Oh, and we've got a car going around. That is the 14 of Jimmy Covert there. Looks like Kevin Foster there in the 8 involved as well. That'll bring out the second caution here. Let's go take another look. All right, lights are off the pace car, so we will get going here. The 77 of Paul Butler going to lead us to the restart line. He gets a very early jump as the 04 there, Patrick Shelton, will try to take it down the inside here. The 9 of Andrews is trying to work his way up there into second around Shelton. He gets a great exit there out of turn 4. Ooh, and we have our third caution here of the evening. They are still wrecking on further back there. That was the 17 there of Dave Lohr going up into the 64 of Christopher Hamilton. And that is what's going to bring out the third caution here of the evening. All right, lights are off the pace car, so we will get going green here this time by the 77 there of Paul Butler still out front. The 9 of Eric Andrews going to start there in second on the outside. And the 04 Patrick Shelton will be in third. Dane Simpson has moved up into fourth there in that 96 machine. And Christopher Hamilton round out the top 5 here as the 77 comes around, takes the green flag. It's a great early jump there. He's going to be well clear of the 9 as he heads down into turn 1. Now the 9 of Andrews under pressure from the 04 of Shelton. He's actually going to lose second place there. And we've got some two wide racing back here. This is your battle for 6 all the way back through 10th here. As you see Nick Nickers there in that number 2 machine, trying to work his way back up to the front after starting in the back of this race after the full invert. He has made it all the way back up to 9th here as he tries to, oh, we've got one going around there. That's going to be Mason Smith. And looks to be a single car spin here, so we're going to stay green. The 04 of Shelton there all over the back of the 77. And we see the 04 here, Patrick Shelton, still trying to get around the 77 of Paul Butler there, as we are just now completing 29 laps here in our second 80-lap feature of the evening. So far, Paul Butler is able to hang on to that lead, which is something he could not do in that first feature tonight. So we'll see. Oh, the 04 of Shelton there getting into the wall hard on the exit of turn 2. See a little bit of right side damage there to that right front, and it doesn't look like it's going to affect him much as he is right up behind on the rear bumper there, the 77 again. Adam Jones here making a move on the 18 of Carl Handwerk. They're going to touch coming out of turn 4 there, and it looks like Adam Jones is going to make it up into that 6th position. He only has a few more cars ahead of him there before he can start battling for the race lead, which we know that's where he's headed very quickly. And we see the next car in his sights there is going to be the 96 of Simpson. And looks like the 46 there of Jones is going to make it past and up into that 5th spot. He is now about 2 seconds away there from the next batch of drivers, so quite a bit of time to make up here. Oh, we see the 77 of Butler, our race leader, gets into it there with the 42, a lap car. And that is going to be disastrous here, as we should expect a yellow. And yes, that will bring out the 4th caution here. And that was the 42 of Derek Sherman there, who just stayed low coming out of turn 4. I think he expected Paul Butler to go around the outside there, and they ended up both going to the same spot. As you can see here, it looked like Butler wanted to go around on the inside. The 42 wanted to let him around the outside. They made contact, and then the 77 there just could not hold it down to the bottom lane as they went into turn 1, and that is what brings out the, I believe that is the 3rd caution here this evening. After all that shakes out there, the 18 of Handwork is going to move up into the race lead. It looks like Adam Jones there went down pit road. Looks like we may have a few other takers down pit road. It looks like Carl Handwork is the only one to stay out here, so he's going to be in the race lead. John Nobinger there in the 44. He pitted on lap 11. And Jimmy Covert there in third, pitted on lap 10. Anthony Kieswetter there in fourth. He pitted on lap 16th. The rest of the field looks like they have all come down pit road here during this yellow flag break. So Christopher Hamilton there in the 64. He's going to be that in the 5th place there, the first car off of pit road. But we will get restarted here. The lights are off. The pace car, the 18 of Carl Handwork, has not pitted yet. He's going to lead us down and take the green flag. See the 04 there of Shelton. Looks like he's going to make it 3 wide as they, oh no, they're going to touch the 34. And that will bring out the 5th caution here tonight. Let's go back and take one more look at that. The 04 there, Shelton has heavy damage on the front right side there. You can see the 04, he looks to go up the middle here, make it 3 wide. The 34 bounces off of the wall. We're right on board the 04 Shelton here as he looks at that gap. The 34 bounces off the wall there, and that is what brought that to fruition there. Carl Handwork here has not pitted yet. He's going to stay out here as we're going to complete lap 45 out of 80, just a little over halfway complete here. We saw from the first stint with about the same amount of cautions. I believe they made it to about lap 55 without pitting on fuel here tonight, so it'd be interesting to see how much longer Carl Handwork there can extend this first run. Alright, lights are off the pace car, so we will get going green here, this time by the 18 of Carl Handwork there. Going to lead us down to the restart line. The 44 of John Nobinger on the outside there in second. In third, the 14 of Jimmy Covert. Up 11 spots here since the start of the race. They take the green flag. Carl Handwork gets out to a nice jump there. John Nobinger instantly going to be under pressure here from the 64 of Christopher Hamilton. But Nobinger there gets a great run out of turn 2. He's going to be able to clear Hamilton there and regain that second place position. Meanwhile, Nick Nickerson here, after starting in the back, is now looking to get to the front as he looks underneath Christopher Hamilton here for third. Oh, they're going to touch there. Nickerson with a great save. Still 2 wide on further back here. That is Eric Andrews in that number 9, moving up into the 6th position. And right behind them, Brandon Metler going to advance right up into 7th there. The 46 of, I believe that is Jones there. Jones is actually showing 1 lap down right now. Not sure what happened. It might have been a mistake on pit road. Great battle here. This is the battle for the 13th position as Dane Simpson is under pressure there from the 199 of John Crane. And we see the 04 there of Patrick Shelton right behind. Oh, the 34 going to go around. That is Anthony Kaiswatter there. Multiple cars involved. We're staying green here for the moment. Big block of cars up front here as the 9 of Andrews under pressure there from John Nobinger. And Christopher Hamilton there also in the mix as Adam Jones there in the 46 is a lap down, but still looking to unlap himself. Oh, that is going to be hard into the wall for Nobinger on the exit of 4 there. He is going to keep going here, but heavy right side damage. You can see Hamilton here under pressure from the 46 of Adam Jones trying to unlap himself. He's going to get by the 64 there, no problem. Meanwhile, up front here, we've got a battle for the race lead. The 2 of Nick Nickerson now right up on the back of the 18 of Carl Handwerk as we have 23 laps to go. Let's ride on board our second place driver here tonight as he tries to chase down the race leader. See Nobinger there on the bottom side smoking. Actually got in the way there a little bit of the race leaders here as he bunched them up. As the 18 still looks to hold off the number 2 there of Nickerson. And we see Adam Jones trying to unlap himself there. Has caught up to the race leaders. Looks like Adam Jones is going to get a nose under Nickerson here. Now he's going to look to the inside of Carl Handwerk there, and he is going to get one of his laps back there. He goes back to the lead lap. And Nickerson going to take advantage of that right there, and he's going to look to the inside going down into turn 3. Can Nickerson get a good exit here out of turn 2 and clear Handwerk? Looks like he's going to do that. So using that lap car at his advantage there, Nickerson's going to take over the race lead. Eric Andrews also going to follow him through here, potentially take away second. And Andrews does move up into second there. But Carl Handwerk not done. He does a nice little crossover there. Looks to the inside, coming out of 4. Oh, he's going to get loose there. And Handwerk was able to save it. Up front here, Nick Nickerson has ran out to about a 9/10 of a second lead as he crosses the line there. 15 laps remaining. do apologize about that. We did get disconnected from iRacing there, but we are back to catch the last 5 laps here as Nick Nickerson is out to about a 1.6 second lead over Eric Andrews there in that number 9 car. And Christopher Hamilton is in third there in that number 64 machine. Brandon Mettler there has moved up into fourth as he just got around the 54 there. Paul Owens front here. The 2 of Nick Nickerson is trying to make it through lap traffic here. You see him give a nudge there to that 05 car as Nickerson's going to go around here and take the white flag. One more to go here. He has Andrews right all over the rear bumper of him here as they go down into turn 1 and 2. Andrews has one more turn here to attempt a Hail Mary for the win, and looks like he's not going to be there. Nickerson going to come off the corner here and take home the Feature 2 win. Eric Andrews going to come home in second. Christopher Hamilton will be in third. Brandon Mettler finishing there in fourth, and Paul Owens round out your top 5 here in this second feature. All right, and wait just one moment here. The race control has to figure out here the points to see who our overall winner is tonight, so bear with us momentarily as we dive into that. While we'll watch the number 2 here, Nick Nickerson, do his celebratory burnouts. I do believe, just based off of the math here in my head, I believe Nickerson is going to take home the overall win. All right, in just one moment here while we wait for race control here to verify the top 3 overall tonight. Remember, it was 2 80-lap features, and the combination, the best average of the points there, does transpire to give us our top 3 here. So just bear with us one moment. We do believe Nick Nickerson was the overall winner tonight pretty clearly, as his main competition, Adam Jones, there had a poor finish here, finishing out in 17th. All right, so it does look like we have our top 3 here from this feature. So let's go ahead and get a word with them while we wait for the overall. So we're going to bring up in the booth here. Let's try to get a word with Christopher Hamilton here. Hey, Chris, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, congratulations there on that run here this evening, bringing it home here in third in the second feature. Looked like a really difficult track out there tonight, dealing with lap traffic here. Just a lot of crazy 2-wide action, those restarts. What was the toughest thing out here tonight?
Just staying out of carnage. There was barely any room to breathe. By the time you took a breath, you're already turning. So just keeping everyone on their toes and staying out of trouble was the main thing tonight.
I can believe that here. Great short track racing here, but you did a great job. You brought it home here in third tonight, and that is, nothing to be shy about here. Let's check the schedule next week, see what we've got up for us. It looks like, Tour Modifieds at New Hampshire. So got to ask, how do you feel about that combination?
That combination will probably produce some good racing. It's a non-points race, so I'm sure everyone's going to be happy about that. But unfortunately, I won't be racing it. I'll be racing in real life next weekend.
Oh well, that might take a little precedence here. Understand that, but yeah, we do look forward to next week. That's an awesome car track combination. But hey, man, congratulations here tonight on the third place finish. While you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or shout outs you want to give?
I shout out for Carl for always being super flexible with me. My schedule is ever changing. My roommate locked me in like by the time the first race happened, so didn't have any practice for any of this. And thank Ryan McCauley for the paint as always. He does a great job.
Absolutely. Well,
And thank you
again,
for the broadcast.
yeah, no problem. And congratulations again on that third place finish. And we won't get to talk to you next week, but maybe the week after that.
Well, that's the plan, hopefully.
All right, that'll do it for our third place finisher here tonight. That was Christopher Hamilton. Now let's get a word with our second place finisher here, Eric Andrews. Hey, Eric, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, man, congratulations on that second place finish tonight. It looked like a tough race out there. We saw you find a ton of speed there toward the second half of the race. Just got to ask, what was the most challenging thing out here tonight? And then where did all that speed come from there at the end?
Most challenging part was other cars on the track. No, but yeah, I mean, no negotiating lap traffic and other cars, and especially if you got behind the eight ball and you had to try and come through the field. I mean, it got a little dicey. As far as the speed, I pitted, took two tires, and that actually hooked me up pretty good. I think Nick came in and got tires too, and I think that made a big difference. I'm not sure if he got tires. I think he did at least get rights also, and that it actually helped the car to turn better, and that's where I started really getting some speed. So it worked out.
Yes, it did. You worked out all the way up there into second here tonight. We saw you there in that last lap. It looked like you were going to potentially be able to pull a Hail Mary there as Nickerson got caught up behind lap traffic, like you mentioned, the other cars out there tonight. I got to ask what was going through your mind there as you got to the rear bumper going down into turn one on the final lap?
Should I or shouldn't I now? And I mean, if I could have got two just enough to send them up the track a little bit, I would have. But as far back as I was, the way I would have had to go in, it would have been real dirty. I mean, it would have wrecked him, and I don't want to race like that. I wouldn't want anybody else to race with me like that. But if I was close enough where I could have been, on his bumper enough where I could have shoved him into the corner just a little bit harder than he wanted to drive, I would have done that and drove him up the track enough and had a drag race down the straightaway. But I wasn't able to, but all in all, finished where I did there, and that race there, I'll take it.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on that finish. While you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or shout outs you want to give?
Well, first off, for you for broadcasting, I say this every week, and Mission Car Care, Raise Energy, as I said, is a huge, huge thing for me. Rep Sports, those guys have been awesome to me in Core, so appreciate them, and just everybody puts everything on. Like I said last week, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that don't get to make this work, and we appreciate every single one of them, and it's a lot of hard work and effort that a lot of people don't see, and appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on that second place finish tonight. Next week, we head to New Hampshire in the Tour Modifieds. Got to ask how you feel about your luck next week.
Yeah, those are always fun. Enjoy running those. They're always a good time and usually handle pretty decent. So it should be a good race. And as I said, also before I forget, want to give a shout out for Joka Graphics too. He painted my car that I ran tonight, so my Raise Energy car. So don't want to forget Josh and Joka Graphics. But yeah, next week the modified should be a lot of fun. Like I said, once again though, it's one of those things. Anything can happen, and we'll see if we can get back here and get back here talking to you. I can get used to this every week.
That is the goal here. Well, again, congratulations on that second place finish. And like you said, hopefully we'll be talking to you next week.
All right. Thank you very much, Kevin.
All right, that'll do it there for our second place finisher tonight, Eric Andrews. Now let's get a word with the man of the hour tonight. We've got Nick Nickerson up here in the broadcast booth. Hey, Nick, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
How's it going, man?
Hey, man, it is going well, but I think it's going better for you as you take home the race win here tonight. And I do believe, just based on the poor math in my head here, I think you're going to come away with the overall win as well. So great points night for you here tonight. Gotta ask, how'd you do it? It seemed like you found a ton of speed there in that second feature. Looked like you were struggling a little bit there in the first part of that first feature, but the car came to you tonight, didn't it?
Yeah, honestly, this was probably Adam Jones's race to win. I just I lucked out in that first race. iRacing had some kind of server issue, and apparently I spun the guy that was in front of me. I didn't see that on my screen. I was just kind of ripping around while everybody was blinking in and out, and walked away with that win. Kind of got it handed to me. And then second race, I don't know what happened to Adam. He ended up being a lap down after the pit cycle. Because of that pretty much handed me the win.
Yeah,
I ended up getting 2 tires in that pit stop, so I had a bit fresher tires than most everybody else, so I was able to kind of just ring around.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're not quite sure ourselves what happened to Adam Jones. We did see him go back into the pit. It's almost like he went down pit road twice, might have missed his pit stall. But that's what put him a lap down. And I'm glad you confirmed the server issues with me there, because we saw that happening as it was occurring, and everything looked good on our end. It looked like just multiple people having connection issues, and then at one point we even got booted out of the server. So
oh damn.
Glad to hear it wasn't just us this evening. But hey man, congratulations on the win tonight. It was one heck of a run for you. At a challenging track to really pass here. You think a short track, high bank like this, it'd be easier to pass, but we saw a lot of long 2-lap battles. But you made it work here tonight. So while you're here, any sponsors you need to thank, or anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, man, just everybody that participates in the league, man, and Carl and Wes for all they do, man. I appreciate all they put into this league, man. And man, Kevin, I appreciate the broadcast. You do an awesome job.
Absolutely. Our pleasure. Well, again, congratulations on the victory tonight, and hopefully next week we'll be able to talk to you again.
All right, man. Take care.
All right. That'll do it here for our race winner, Nick Nickerson, taking home the overall win tonight. And that will wrap up round 7 here of the Core Premier Series. And like we mentioned there, next week we do head to New Hampshire in the Tour Modifieds for one classic. Great race there. And then after that, we will head to we'll go to a road course, then we'll go to some rally course racing. So we have a lot of different action up ahead here, but that's going to do it for round 7 tonight. And just a shout out to all the sponsors that put on the show here this evening. We've got Raise Energy, Wood Nichols Woodworking, and Joka Graphics helping put on this series here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in to Soak Tires Broadcasting. Appreciate you hanging through the technical issues that we had there with the iRacing servers, but overall we were able to catch the end of the race, and that is what matters. So thank you again for tuning in tonight, and hopefully we will see you again next week.